you my thoughts on the next-gen Xbox and PlayStation 5 consoles. Now, both of these consoles are set to release around Christmas time of 2020, which is kind of expected because I don't think they would release in the beginning of 2020 or the middle. So, let's talk about Xbox. Now, they're saying 3.8 gigahertz, 8 times Zen cores processor, which that's pretty good. That's more gigahertz power than my Retrobyte gaming PC. They're saying 16 gigabytes of RAM. 16 gigabytes. Now, I recall the past probably had like 8, maybe smaller than that. That's actually also the same as my computer. This thing, so far Xbox, is pretty awesome. Now, they have 1 terabyte hard drive space on an SSD. Now, if you don't know what an SSD is, same thing as a hard drive, but a little more expensive because they're actually faster and they still have space where you can have your games or clips or whatever the case it is. It's going to have an optical drive for 4K Blu-ray movies, and they are going to look awesome in 4K. It's going to have, port-wise, it's going to have an HDMI output, 3 USB ports, the power, that's obvious, and expanded storage slots. So if you want more than 1 terabyte of storage for your games, you can put in your own space for expanded storage. To me, that's pretty awesome because they did not have that in the past console. Now, the last Xbox and PlayStation both came out in 2013. We're about 7 years ago. Now, I got the Xbox One probably 2014, the original console, and to me, it was awesome. I didn't mind it. I played till about 2016 when my cousin kept trying to get me to switch to PC. Now you can see how that turned out. And now I'm a full PC gamer, but my brother got the PlayStation 4 probably back in 2017, 2018. That's what he primarily plays on because most people think PlayStation's better than Xbox, but that whole war was going on, but I wanted to switch to PC so I can be a PC gamer. Because at the time, it was kind of, I wanted to play Xbox, my brother wanted to play Xbox, at the same time it was kind of annoying, so I kind of wanted to switch to PC anyways. Especially on a low budget, which was very doable. Now, 120 frames support. Now, the basic edition for frames is 60 frames, 1080p. Now, this thing's going to go 120 frames. That's really good. Frames is what is measured in video, so the higher the frames, the better the video, lower the frames, lower the video, so on. Now, potentially 8K resolution. 8K resolution is going to be awesome, meaning your video quality is going to look fantastic. So, 8K resolution, pretty good. Now, the PS5, the controller came out the other day, surprisingly, by PlayStation, but we still don't know what the console looks like. But as for Xbox, the console is going to look kind of like a refrigerator. Now, the very last 2013 first Xbox One that came out was a very flat, like you could stand it up if you wanted to, but it was really meant to be horizontally. Now, this one is coming out to be the complete opposite. There was memes making it look like a refrigerator, because it kind of is. It's tall, vertical, and has an exhaust on the top. Now, I think it looks awesome. At first, I thought it was ugly, to be honest, but it has a vertical optical drive. You can hit the power button. It has a little bit of a click instead of like just an on-screen click. To me, it looks awesome. Now, they didn't make very many changes to the controller. I have the original Xbox One controller with me. Now, it looks a little different. It's a little bigger. And instead of in the beginning, or instead of in the middle, they have 2 buttons. They added one more button below, and it's going to be the share button, in case you want to share clips to your friends, or just share something to the internet about your game. So, to me, I knew they really weren't going to change the controller that much, to be honest, because there's not really many changes you can make, but last week, PlayStation surprised us randomly with their controller, and to me, I think it's ugly, because it kind of looks like the Xbox One controller. I believe PlayStation really didn't know what changes to make, because to me, I think the DualShock 4 looks awesome. Great controller design, and it fits in your hand really well, and it's also very light. Now this one looks like it's a downgrade, because it looks like it's a lot heavier, and it looks like it's a lot bigger. People are saying it looks like the Xbox One controller. It's because it does. It looks ugly. Like, what did they do? the light on the top, when you turn on your PlayStation controller, the light is on the back end, so you can see when your controller is on. Now it just goes around the screen at the top. There's not very many changes to it, besides they also added a share button towards the bottom. Same thing as that Xbox, of course. Everybody thinks it looks like the Xbox One controller, which it basically is. But to be honest, I think it's pretty ugly. Now, we still don't know what the PlayStation 5 is going to look like. Sony has not told us anything about that. To me, I think it's going to look kind of ugly too, because back in 2013, people thought PlayStation 4 took over Xbox, looked a lot better, played games better, which was kind of true. Now, I think it's the total opposite this time. PlayStation is going to take a loss from this because Xbox did a great job. They also have, for Xbox, 12 teraflops of GPU. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's basically very good graphics card in it. They don't list a specific graphics card, but that's what I have heard. Now, to be honest, PlayStation is probably going to take a loss from this because it's kind of almost like a rush thing. Everybody wants to see what the console looks like. We've heard everything that we know from Xbox so far, but not very much from Sony console-wise. Now, to be honest, the controller, Now, we still don't know a complete price tag on the PlayStation 5, especially if we haven't heard from the console, but they think probably not more than $500. The original rumor before, back in early 2020 was probably around $700 to $800. Now, I don't think anybody would pay that much for a console, especially when you can get a low-budget gaming PC that can perform a lot better than both of them. Now, Xbox One and Series X around Christmas time, they're thinking $500, which that was the same as the one from the Xbox One in 2013. Now, we don't know about the PlayStation 5, so we're just going to have to wait to hear about that. But otherwise, so far, that's my thoughts on what we know about the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. So, if you like my video, please like the like button down below. Please subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see everybody in the next video. Follow my social media too, please. Thank you.